wanderlust. And while I'd learned about space, I always dreamed of going to space. I never thought that was going to happen. And so I would tell most of you, don't just wait for this one thing that's going to go, oh, that's what I want to do, because it might not happen that way. So you're doing great. You're interested in robotics. You'll start there, and then you may do a very specific thing in the robotics, or you might do something in robotics that then touches a different discipline, and you go, you know what? I think that is interesting. So as long as you like it, and as long as you're learning, that is okay. And you probably shouldn't know exactly what you want to do at your age. This is the time to at your age, and then you will continue to explore. So you're doing all the right things.
Thank you. Now I would like to move forward. We have a question from one of the educator, Mamu sir.
Oh, make this question easy, please.
Thank you so much to putting your respect to the teachers. I'm Professor Mamun. I'm
Right.
Professor and Scientist at United International University. And you made impossible is possible. And our youth also made impossible possible in 5th of August. But I want to get 3 advice for our youth, that how can they build Bangladesh as a meritocratic, knowledge-driven society like US one day? Thank you.
I don't know. I might have to ask Mr. Gardner to come out here. I've been very impressed since I've been here. And, I don't think that it's always fair to compare one country to another country. You have very unique skill sets in this country that are valuable to all of humanity. Yesterday, I was at the university and I was talking to students that had they've won some robotics competitions, and the thing that they said that most impressed me is they did not have the materials, they didn't have the background of some of these other more developed countries, countries that maybe have more money. But what did that do? It caused them to think differently. It caused them to be innovative. And so, take what you have, and if there are, pressures that are on you, if there are things that you don't have, don't let that bring you down. Let that lift you up, and use that to be smarter than everybody else, and you will contribute as much as any country out there.
We'll take only 2 more questions.
Uh-oh, the pressure's on. Only 2 more.
I'd like to go to that child in the middle row, 4th row. Yes, please.
Greetings, my name is Sabiha Akhtarneem. I'm a student of grade 5 from Rashid Cantor School College. I have a question that you said astronauts do many experiments in space, but what kind of experiments are there that we can do in Earth, but we can do in space? And since we need oxygen to live, and plants give us oxygen, so my question is that what kind of innovative technologies we could use to grow plants in space? Thank you.
Wow. You should have stopped the 2 questions earlier, because they're getting too hard. So, like you saw, we're growing plants in space, and we are learning. When you see what I was doing, it was a very, very basic setup, and we learned from that, and then we have a more complex setup. And so there is still a lot more that we have to learn, because the environment of space is different. Plants weren't made to grow in space. And so I need you all to think about that. But one of the most important things that we're going to need to clean the air that we're going to live in and to provide us food is growing plants in space and on different planets. So I don't have a very specific answer for you, because I don't know the answer. I just know that we have to get smarter at it. And there are opportunities to work with NASA and other space agencies for students to get involved with the research that we are doing. So I would just encourage you to look for those, and I'm sure you have professors here that can help guide you to some of those locations where you can participate with.
Thank you. One last question. Is there any question from this side of the top? We already have covered the middle, sorry. Is there anybody here? Okay, I'll go with. Can we have a mic, please? We'll talk to you, no worries. Okay, go ahead.
Hello. So I'm Vidika Rahman. Actually, I wanted to know one thing. Like recently, NASA, ESA, and all other space agencies are working for like human habitation on Moon and Mars. So in the near future, while we will be like successful in exploring Mars and Moon and establishing their kind of inhabitants, so what will be our next key targets? Like which planets or moons will be explored later on? What do you think about this?
Where do you think we should go?
Uh, I think it will be Europa because like it's very much promising. As like recently NASA has also sent the Europa Clipper, which is studying the Europa and their icy oceans. So maybe that can be a promising place in my point of view.
Yeah, I agree with you. And, I asked her that question because, again, it is going to be all of you that are going to answer that question. It is all of you that are going to drive decisions that are made on what we explore. So you're at the point in your life where you still are looking for guidance, but this is also the time in your life where we need you to open your mind and we need to get information from you because I'll tell you right now, all of you here are much smarter than I was at your age, the things that, and all of you are going to drive us in this crazy exploration of space. And I'm like pretty happy in a couple of years where I can just sit back and watch where we go because I know you guys are going to take us to really cool and exciting places. So don't let me down.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we are done. I'm just taking one last question because that person is holding his hand for I think last 20 minutes. On the back, please. Yes, you are. This is the last question.
Sure.
Please keep it short.
Thank you very much, Joseph Akaba, for coming to Bangladesh. So, first question, aliens. Sweet. Did you see them? Second question is, in case an asteroid destroys the Earth, residents of the International Space Station will be the last remnants of humanity. So, do you guys have a doomsday protocol in case of,
Doomsday, why are you bringing me down? This is supposed to be a happy event. Okay. We are not going to talk about doomsday. But what was your first question? Oh, aliens. So I'm going to see if I can show one more video. I'm going to keep us here a little bit longer. I saw something very, very strange in space. Okay. Very, very strange. Okay. Who likes Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Spider-Man is awesome. Okay. I have not seen aliens, but I've seen something more strange than aliens.
গ্রুপ থাকবে হ্যাঁ তো ওই পাথে ধরেন উনি স্টেজের সামনে থাকলো
And good morning. I happy. All right, so no aliens. You brought up Doomsday. You made me very sad. We started with something fun with pizza. We'll end with something fun with Spider-Man and Wolverine. So thank you all for your time, for being here.
Okay, thank you everybody. We are done with the Q&A. Please be seated. We are going to take a group photo, but don't go anywhere. He's just going to stand here and then we're going to take a like wider shot. Thank you.
গ্রুপ ছবি কিন্তু আপনারা চলে আসেন
Don't worry, আপনারা সবাই যাদের দাঁড়িয়ে থাকেন আমরা সবার জায়গা থেকে ছবি তুলবো। So আপনাদের বাম পাশে বা নিজের রাখার প্রয়োজন নেই। All of you will be covered.